All right, let's just jump right in. We are talking about something huge today, probably the biggest shift the internet has seen in a decade, and that is how artificial intelligence is completely tearing up the rulebook for online search as we know it. For years, the game was so simple, right? If you had a website, your one and only goal was to hit that #1 spot on Google. But now, that's all changing. There's a new mantra in town, and you're looking at it. The goal isn't just about being a link anymore. It's about becoming the source, the information the AI actually uses. And that right there leads to the big, kind of scary question that pretty much everyone, marketers, writers, you name it, is wrestling with. I mean, think about it. If AI is just going to spit out the answer directly, what does ranking even mean? It kind of blows the whole concept up, doesn't it? So, what on earth are we supposed to do now? Okay, so to figure that out, we've got to understand the new battlefield. Search isn't a simple directory of websites anymore. It's turning into this conversational engine, a machine that gives you the answers directly. I love this slide because it just lays it out so perfectly. For like 20 years, it was all about one thing, climbing that ladder of 10 blue links. But look at the right side. The new prime real estate, it's getting inside that AI summary at the very top. The whole game is flipped. You're not trying to be the destination anymore. You're trying to be the trusted source that feeds the destination. So, new game, new rules, which means we need a whole new strategy. This is way beyond just tweaking a few keywords here and there. We're talking about building what you could call an AI visibility engine. Basically, a whole system that's designed not just for ranking, but for getting seen, and more importantly, cited by AI. Okay, so what is one of these AI visibility platforms? Well, think of it like the perfect tool for this new world. It takes all the classic SEO stuff we know and love, but then it adds this brand new, super powerful layer of analysis on top. It's not just telling you if you rank, it's telling you if you're actually being mentioned inside an AI answer. And these platforms really stand on 4 main pillars. We're going to break these down, but here's the quick version. First, a really deep health check on your page. Got to have those fundamentals locked down. Second, an AI readiness analysis. Basically, is your page built for AI to trust it? Third, tracking your brand mentions to see if you're even showing up in the conversation. And last but not least, seeing how you stack up against your competition in this new game. All right, let's dig into that first pillar, the page health check. I mean, before you can even think about winning the AI race, you have to make sure your own house is in order, right? And today, that means looking at way more than just a few keywords. A good modern tool is going to throw a ton of tests at your page. I'm talking like 45 plus different checks. But don't worry, it all boils down to 3 main buckets. You've got your core SEO fundamentals, all the stuff we're used to. Then you have page performance. Yep, speed still really matters. And then there's this new one, the one that's an absolute game changer, AI readiness. And this is a great look at what AI readiness really is. It's all about sending the right signals, signals of quality and structure. Is your content deep enough? Does it have clear signs of expertise, like author bios? Is it written well? And maybe most importantly, is it structured in a way a machine can understand? We're talking about things like schema markup, which is basically like a special vocabulary just for search engines. Okay, I want to pause and really double click on this EEAT thing because it is so critical. It stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. And look, these are not just fluffy marketing buzzwords. These are the actual signals AI models are programmed to find. Here's a pro tip. Start thinking of your About Us page less like a bio and more like your resume for the AI. It's your chance to prove you know what you're talking about. And here's what makes these new tools so powerful. They don't just point out a problem and walk away. Nope, they use AI to help you fix the problem. They'll tell you what to fix, how to fix it, and maybe most importantly, why it matters. It's like having an expert coach right there with you. Okay, so you've done the work. Your page is healthy, it's fast, it's AI ready, awesome. Now what? Well, now it's time to see how you're actually doing out there, out in the wild new world of AI search. And this right here is the big mental shift we all have to make. We've got to stop obsessing over our rank, position number 3 versus number 4. The new metric is your share of voice inside the AI's answers. Are you even part of the conversation? That is the new key performance indicator. And to track this, we're seeing these new metrics pop up, like an overall visibility score,
It's usually a single number, like 75 out of 100, that gives you a super quick snapshot of how often your brand is getting cited in those AI results. It pulls everything together from different platforms into one easy-to-understand score.
So how does a tool even come up with that score? Well, what it does is pretty cool. It goes out and actively scans all these AI engines. Think Google's AI overviews, Perplexity, you name it. Then it pulls back the exact snippets where your brand gets mentioned. And it doesn't just stop there. It tells you where it came from and even analyzes the sentiment. Is it positive, negative, neutral? You get to see it all. And then all that data gets rolled up into a simple visual, just like this. So in like 2 seconds, you can see how your brand is being perceived out there in the AI world. In this example, 65% of the mentions are positive. That's a seriously powerful piece of information to have.
But of course, your score doesn't really mean much by itself, right? You need context. You have to know how you're doing compared to everyone else. So these tools let you benchmark your score against your competitors. You can see right here, for example, competitor A is pulling ahead a little bit. That tells you exactly who's winning the fight for the AI's attention and where you need to focus to catch up.
Okay, let's pull all this together. What we're talking about here isn't some short-term hack or a trick. This is about playing the long game. It's a whole new strategy to make sure your content doesn't just survive, but actually thrives for years to come. And honestly, if you look at the history of search, this all makes total sense. We started with simple directories in the 90s, then came the era of keywords and links. After that, mobile and local search flipped the script again. AI giving us direct answers, it's just the next natural step in this whole evolution.
So, if you're going to remember anything from this, let it be these 4 things. 1. SEO fundamentals are not dead. In fact, they're more critical than ever. They're the foundation. 2. You have to obsess over those EEAT signals to build trust with the AI. 3. It's time to shift your focus. Stop staring at your rank and start tracking brand mentions. That's what really matters now. And 4, remember, you have 2 audiences now, the human reading your stuff and the machine that's deciding whether to show it to them. At the end of the day, this is the new North Star. This is the goal. You want to create content that is so good, so trustworthy, and so perfectly structured that when an AI needs to answer a question, it has no other choice but to use you as a primary source. That's how you win. So I'll leave you with this one question to chew on for your own stuff. Is your content just built to be read by people, or is it ready to be understood by a machine? Because the future of search, the one we're living in right now, demands both. Thanks for tuning in.